All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to another stream day here. Just was checking, actually I was letting the dog in, so that's why I was running back over here to the computer, trying to make it back in time. Let's see. Setting up a couple things. We've got lots of website stuff to work on today. We've also got some, I think I was gonna do we had some questions come in yesterday. We had some questions come in yesterday, and I thought about it and I was like, maybe I have to decide whether or not I want to do the beginning of the show or the end of the show to answer some questions, but I think I want to do it here at the beginning. we'll let the video, not the video, but we'll let the website stuff roll here in the background, because at least it'll give us something to look at some of the items. Especially since we're going to work on the website today and get some things fixed up and compressed down and moved around and stuff like that. But I think we're going to do some Q&A stuff first thing, and then we will go from there for the day. So that is the idea. Let me bring these up. Ooh, I gotta make this bigger. So if for anybody who does watch these videos later, or is interested in publishing, writing, illustrating picture books, feel free to head over. You can go to stitch-tales.com, the website on the screen. And down at the bottom is a link to my personal website, which would be tahoeanime.com. And at the bottom of that one is a form where you can actually send me it's like an email. What is it called? Let me look at it real quick. We'll bring it up on screen here. There you go. You go to tahoeanime.com. Scroll down. You can scroll past artwork. You can scroll past the streams going on, some of this stuff. There's some about me information. There's a contact form. That's what I was thinking of. That you can write in your name, or if you work for a company, you can write that in. Your email address and your message/inquiry. Something you want to ask me or talk about, or anything like that. So if you would like to get in contact with me and ask questions that I will answer on stream for all of y'all, you can use this to contact me and do that. So that's an option, especially if I don't answer your question today for any reason, which probably won't, but because I don't know what your question is. I can only do the questions that have already been submitted to me. So if you submit questions for this video or after seeing this video, they will hopefully be in the next one, in the next episode on Wednesday. And if we do get like a ton of emails and questions like that, then we'll just keep doing them until we either run out of them or possibly we answer your question inadvertently. So we will try to do that. So, with the blabbering that I'm doing aside here, let's get into some of our questions here. So we got a question you got a contact from Amy. Thank you, Amy, for watching our streams and stuff like that. I really appreciate that. I'm glad to hear that these are helping. That I have actually answered some of the questions and stuff that you've had about some of this process and stuff. I do have to preface part of this with I am still new to all of this, I would say, and I'm still figuring out a lot of it. I'm still making a lot of it up. I feel very much that's kind of the way things are, is you kind of blaze your own path on a lot of this, especially in an area where there's not a lot of heavy resources available for that. So I know for myself that I'm kind of like doing a bunch of different things and trying a bunch of different things in hopes that more things will then come out of that. So I can kind of explain how some of that works, and we may touch on some of that stuff here in the questions that you've asked for us today. But yeah, if there's anything else that you can think of or that I miss, please let me know. And if you are a children's picture book writer, illustrator, and you have information on any of this stuff, feel free to let me know. You can also use that same form to let me know stuff that you have seen or understand. Or you can come into our chats live and just message me and let me know what you think, what's going on. Let me know what your experience, because everybody's experience is a little bit different for for sure. There's a panel of 4 authors right there, all different experiences in this medium. So, okay, here we go. Number 1, any marketing approaches you found helpful for children's books? I think for me, marketing and the business side of this is the hardest part for me. Like I can do the creative work, I can do the writing, the publishing, the illustration, being able to do all of that and have an end product, as you can see from the pictures and stuff rolling through, I can do very easily. Like I'm very adept at those type of things. But taking that thing and then selling it to somebody else, or I hate to say convincing, but convincing somebody else to see the work and want to purchase it, that's the hard part for me. I've never been a very good salesman. I've never been a very good businessman. I tend to, I have two frames of mind, where one is the creative side, which is, keep the artistic integrity of what you're making intact, and don't do art and creative things and beat yourself into the ground, especially if you're not having fun and if you're not interested in it, if you're not, it doesn't enhance your life in any way. Like that's the artistic answer to a lot of that. But the other dual side of that is I do want people to see what I'm creating and making and be interested in it and either interact with me or possibly purchase some of the items that I have for sale, whether it be books or if I'm at live events and I have other items like my earrings or the keychains or bookmarks or just about any of the other stuff that I've created throughout this process. So marketing is always a big question for me because it's kind of I fight between those two things, trying to make something that's profitable and trying to remain artistic in a lot of ways. So my approach that I am currently using right now is kind of dabbling in a lot of different areas. So I am currently doing more and more like local in-person events and stuff like that. That's kind of like that was my big push last year for my second year in this publishing, was making myself more available in my community and connecting with people through that, which has been really, really good. So I think marketing wise, I haven't done a huge amount of marketing. Like I use social media for things. I haven't paid for advertisements anywhere, no Facebook, no Google, no anything like that. So it's basically, I'm just doing kind of, I don't know, I'm doing the down and dirty cheapest route option that I have available to me, because I don't have a lot of money to spend on certain things. So like my main thing is like these streams and putting out on social media what I've been up to and stuff like that. And there's a potential for people to catch on to those and pick those up and be like, oh, this is cool, and then share it with people. Like the potential of things is always there regardless. And I would definitely say have a website, have social media, whether it be for your brand or for yourself personally. Mine are kind of intertwined together. So like the Tahoe anime name is intertwined with who I am, but it's also like I'm showing all my work through it and stuff like that. So I don't know. I kind of consider some of that marketing. There's a lot of interaction that needs to happen when you're doing stuff on social media as well. So like I do a lot of posting, but I've been bad about going through and commenting and talking to other people on their posts and stuff like that, because I haven't had a lot of time for that recently, and I'm trying to figure out how to balance that a little bit better. So I don't know. It's kind of hard. You could definitely spend a bunch of money and do advertisements and run advertisements and stuff like that. But if you don't have a lot of the background stuff put together, like the websites and places for people to buy and stuff like that, and those things are really nice and squeaky clean and looking good, then it'll be harder for people to be able to find you and look you up and stuff like that. So I don't know. Marketing is one of those ones that I'm still trying to figure out how to do it cost efficiently, essentially. If I find a good place that is like, oh, if you advertise or put money towards this and they put your books XYZ, then and they've gotten good response, then I may try it, but I haven't quite seen that yet. I get a lot of advertisements, especially on like Instagram, from other people that have published books and promoting books that they want people to come buy. They are not very good advertisements. Like they're pretty sparse, pretty bad. A lot of them are just AI books too. So like they're throwing a lot of dollars at something that probably might not go, but it's hard to tell because presence is also a huge thing. So getting it in front of more and more people then causes it to be put in front of more and more people. So I think that's kind of why I focused on the local thing right now, is building a lot of my connections and stuff here, either with our local bookstores, with author groups and stuff like that. Those are definitely good places to connect and start to build some of that, because people are always looking for authors and stuff like that to come and do events or be a part of things, or bookstores that may be doing pop-ups or starting new things. They're always looking for people. And if you have, I've found this with my books, that if you have a professional looking book and it gives off that presence of like knowing what you're doing, which I have no idea what I'm doing, then people will tend to kind of gravitate towards you just a little bit, or think you have more knowledge about something than you probably actually do, but it kind of works in your favor a little bit. So I don't know. It's kind of a balance, trying to not have a big head about stuff and keep humble and a lot of things like that, and making sure that you're making good deals with people and talking to people. I've been very honest with the people that I've worked with in the book sphere, and that has worked well for me. I haven't run into any predatory stuff quite yet, or bad takes or bad deal kind of things. So we'll see how it goes as I get a little bit further. This third year, we'll see really how things go and change. So yeah, we may have to revisit part of that question at a later date, but I know it's not the best answer to that question, but because I wish I had more like resources to be able to give to you and say, oh yeah, this worked really, really great, but I haven't quite found those yet. So okay, that was a long-winded first question, but we did a lot of things in that. So hey Sunny, good morning. Hey, you'll have to let me know how the stream looks. I got a little bit of lag issue on my side, so I can't tell. If it's lagging on my side, it's probably fine on your side, but I can't tell. So let me know if you see any weird, funky like blips and blops and pauses at all. Question number 2. How do you keep records organized for tax purposes? So I'm kind of operating outside of some of that at the moment. Haven't done anything big enough to warrant taxes a whole bunch at the moment. So I've got a couple I'll throw out this for purposes. When I did the Snafu Con, the Sierra Nevada Anime Fans Unite convention last year, the taxes and stuff, that was all together. That was all part of their system that they put together. So when I applied and stuff like that, I had to give them my social security number and all of that stuff and fill out their forms. And then at the end of the event, I had to calculate out what my taxes I needed to pay towards the Nevada taxation board and stuff like that. Since I was just doing a temporary license, which is something that they offered at that convention, you can buy a temporary license from them. I just submitted my paperwork with how much I made, which was not very much, and then the like $20 or $30 for the taxes that I was able to calculate based off of the sales that I had, and then write them a check kind of thing. So that one's a little bit separate because they have their system all together for some of those taxes and things like that. So that one wasn't too bad. And it was what I sold and what I made off of it was super low. Like I said, I think I paid like 20 some odd dollars in taxes for that event. I spent more on the tickets and stuff to get into the event, or for the table and stuff, than I did on the actual taxes. So I think some of that kind of washes when you go through and do part of the taxes, but I'm not 100% sure on that yet. I don't have an LLC set up for any of my stuff yet. I don't have a business license. I'm currently just working off of either temporary business license, or if I do certain book events, like any of the book events I did earlier in the year, or even some of the ones later in the year, the bookstores that I worked with, they actually handle all of the sales, the point of sales interactions, and therefore they do all the taxes and stuff like that. I'm essentially there as a guest with inventory, but I am not the one making the sales, and then they give me a check or whatever afterwards for the cost of the books. Is what they were giving me. So there's definitely some things I need to figure out. I have recorded all of my stuff, and any of the sales that I have done, I go through my Square application. So if you are selling at a book event, Square, I wonder if I can bring that up. Give me a second. Let me see. I want to make sure this is going to be safe too. Is it called Square Up now? It's not just Square anymore? Yeah, okay. Okay, so supposedly it was just Square before, but I guess it's Square Up now? But you can get little sales terminals and stuff like that from them, or you can just use your phone to take payments and stuff like that. And they keep a record of what was sold, how much, everything else like that. And they have a monthly, but I just use the free part of this. So any transactions that I run myself, I run through here, and it keeps track of all of the sales kind of stuff. So then I can pull that either at the end of the year or see what's going on, transfer the money to my accounts, things like that. So that's what I use for in-person sales and stuff like that. And like I said, it's still like super low kind of thing. So I tend to pay more in. I know that you can write off certain amounts. So like if you make $200 and then but you paid $250 to get into the event, get a table, pay for this and that and stuff like that, then those kind of wash, I believe. I'm not a tax person, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm still kind of trying to figure some of this out in a lot of ways too. So, but that's what I use for that. I know it's good to make sure that you keep records of all of your sales and stuff like that, and all of your purchase. Like I've bought thousands of dollars worth of books so far, so I also have that to put towards my costs and stuff like that I've accrued over the years and stuff too. So there's some finicky stuff like that. I know that a lot of the stuff that I read online is people talking about making sure that you do set up a LLC and stuff like that at some point so that you can make sure and protect, your business and things like that. I think for me, I'm still testing out part of these waters and seeing what's going on, and then trying to figure out where to go from there. So it's weird because a lot of the even like the crafts fairs and stuff that I've seen, a lot of them are not, they kind of operate outside of some of this stuff because they're 1 day or 2 day events kind of things. So I don't know what the real legal part of some of this is. So I know, so we did some research at the beginning of the year, and you are allowed to attend, it's kind of like the garage sale things. You're allowed to have one garage sale a year or something like that. You are allowed to do one event a year, and I think that counts as your non-taxable thingamajiggy. I'd have to look it up again, but if you are interested in it, you should definitely check with your local taxation board and see what their rules about certain things are, because every location is different, every county is a little bit different, and the sales tax on items is a little bit different for each one. So our tax here in Reno is a little bit different than the tax in like Vegas and stuff like that, and more the rural areas out in Nevada, it's going to be a little bit different. So definitely make sure and check with your taxation board for any rules, regulations that you may need to do, and see about talking to other people in the community and stuff like that, and see what they say as well. So it's, like I said, it's still something that I'm working on and talking with people about, trying to figure out, and playing a little fast and loose with some of it on myself. So, because I don't know quite where the border and lines are, but I've got myself backed up on most of it, so I should be okay. But I don't have another one. I don't have a great answer for. It's kind of Wild West on some of the stuff in weird ways. So yeah. Let's see, online baking or tools you recommend for small creative. Oh, okay. So we kind of hit on some of those things with for question number 3 in number 2. Yeah, a lot of making sure that you have. Let me bring up my boop-a-doop-a-doo. Square, that's the one for transactions and stuff. PayPal, Venmo. What was the third one? There's one more. I thought there was one more. Having access to those types of accounts. People will always walk up to you and be like, do you have Venmo? Do you have PayPal? Do you have Zelle? Zelle is the other one that people use a lot. Those are good ones because you can transfer money from the whoever's buying something to yourself, and most of the times it's not taxed. It's kind of, those applications were used to share money with friends and stuff like that, and people are kind of using them for business purposes as well. So people may come up to you at an event, or if you're selling books like that, and they may ask you for those, and it's up to you whether or not you would like to have those or not. I've used them, and I've had a couple. Most people come up and either pay with their credit card, and I use my Square to do the transaction. Because the cool thing about like the phones and stuff is they have tap on them, so they just tap their credit card on your phone and it goes through, which is really, really nice. But like PayPal and Venmo and even Zelle, you have a QR code that you can show to somebody, and they can scan the QR code and then pay for the item that they're looking for, and it'll get sent to you. So I have them all set up for myself, so just in case somebody does ask for any of those, I can use them. I think last year we had two Venmos out of all of it, and we did 10 events last year. So like it's low, but it does happen, and a lot of younger people tend to like those applications for being able to transfer money and stuff like that way. So that, and they don't have to pay credit card transaction fees and stuff like that, so it's cheaper for them in the long run. So that's my recommendation. Those are the things that I've used for my side of stuff. Luckily that they also do keep records of transactions and stuff. Like I said, using a lot of the PayPal and Venmo, and I don't have a professional PayPal account, but PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, those ones are more, they're not being no, did they change the rules last year on some of it? You may have to look into, as we continue to go further, now that we're in 2026, especially January, things are changing and moving. So you may have to go through and make sure that their policies still allow for those transactions to go through and stuff like that. As long as they're designated correctly, if they're like, there's a memo line that you can put in what the item that you're purchasing is for. And a lot of people worked around some of the system where they would get taxed on it by saying like for groceries or for a cup of coffee, like as if they were giving the money to a friend kind of thing. So the companies had built in an idea that you wouldn't get taxed if you're just giving a friend a $20 bill, because that would be silly and stupid. So a lot of small businesses saw that and was like, oh, cool. Just have everybody write in the transactions as cup of coffee, and then there's no transaction fee on any of that. So it's kind of wonky, funny, silly, and you kind of have to go do research. I think I freaked out and deep dived for about a week, a bunch of those companies, just to make sure that I was playing within the rules and making sure that I was doing things correctly, and then going from there. So I think that's about what I got for that one. All right, on to question number 4. Your experience with SCBWI and whether you found it helpful. So the SCBWI is the Society of Children's Books Writers and Illustrators. I'm not a full member. So this one's a little funny too. So every month during 2025 there was a meeting in Reno down at the Sierra Arts Foundation Museum building downtown. It's right across the street from the... Oh no, I just lost it. the theater downtown, the little golden domed theater. Shoot, I can't remember the name of it. The Pioneer Center, literally across the street from there. They have a gallery downtown, the Sierra Arts does. And once a month, they do a literary community meeting. That meeting was yesterday for January. It's usually at the first of the month. First Sunday of the month is usually what it is. There are a couple coming up in future months here that are different Sundays just because of holidays that also land on the first Sunday. So check out their website. Ooh, I can bring that up. Huzzah. What I need to do, if I do a new window, will that bring it up? No. Okay, cool. I think I've talked about part of this before. Bam. Okay. Sierra Arts Foundation. So let's go over to right here. Sierra Arts Literary Community. The Salk Monthly Meetings. Okay, they haven't posted that yet. So let's just try to go back here. Hey, there we go. I'm not in this photo, by the way. They have monthly meetings, bookstore. They also have a podcast. They've got some other cool stuff that's coming. They're doing a lot of work to help build more tools for the literary community and getting people involved, because I think they see that there's a pretty big need for people that want to come and experience and connect with other authors and stuff like that. So that's where I would definitely check out and go to once they get their. I thought they had their meetings up and going, but she must be working on it. Let's try it again. Nope, not yet. They're making some changes, doing some stuff, but this is a good resource to be able to connect with other authors. You can ask them a lot of questions and stuff like that. I try to go to all of these meetings unless they coincide with other events and stuff that I'm doing. But when I went to my first meeting last year, it was mostly like novelists and stuff like that that were there talking about their books and doing presentations and talks and stuff like that, which is really cool. Like it super helps, regardless. But then afterwards, there's actually an SCBWI chapter here in Reno that met up. So I was like, oh, cool, I'll go to that. And I went to that meeting, got to meet Jenny, who's in charge of our chapter here in Reno, and got to learn about SCBWI. Lots of opportunities. You can go to the SCBWI website and sign up for their, let's see if I can go there. Let's see. There we go. You can register, you can join their group, you can actually join the Nevada chapter of it. I wonder if I can bring up that one. I don't even know how you look up the chapters on here. Global regions? So, any indication right here, this is worldwide. So SCBWI is not just a American company, it's not an American setup or anything like that. This is worldwide. They have chapters everywhere, all these different countries and stuff like that. So it is a big deal, and they do have a lot of connections to a lot of different things. They do big meetings in New York and big meetings in California throughout the year. They used to have a couple others, but those ones they've kind of tapered down, especially since COVID, and gone back to just the two big ones. So there are potentially a lot of resources and stuff that you can get from this group. There we go. There's the Nevada one. So Las Vegas and Reno are combined in the Nevada region, SCBWI. There's mentors, programs, regional events, published community newsletter. You can, SCBWI is a website that you can sign up for free. You won't get access to a lot of the special features like doing panels or doing other cool, crazy stuff that you actually have to pay extra for. It is a monthly subscription if you want to go into their premium version of the society here. But if you would like just access to the monthly meetings in connection with other writers and stuff like that and illustrators, you can do that for free. So it's like, I am currently registered. I do not have a, let's see, can I just, so I am on here, but I am not a paid member, so I can't change my profile or do a bunch of different things. I don't have access to a lot of different meetings and stuff like that. But like I was saying, we do have meetings at the Sierra Arts building, and they used to be every month right after the SALC meeting, the literary community meeting. That has changed for 2026. Unfortunately, it has changed, not, in my opinion, not for better, because they've reduced the amount of meetings down to 4 a year. So when we were getting 12 last year, we're only getting 4. But the kicker is that instead of our 1 hour meetings that we were doing after the SALC meetings, we actually are getting a dedicated day where we actually have 3 to 4 hours, I think she said. So we're losing days where people can come and interact and talk with each other, but we're gaining a bigger time frame when we do get together over at the Sierra Arts building. So I would say it's worth being a part of the SCBWI. I'm not sure the whole value of it quite yet, but they are also in a moment of rebuilding a lot of this after they're still reeling from the downturn from COVID, because everybody was coming to meetings before, and then once they had to go over to Zoom and start doing things online, then when they started redoing in-person meetings, it was really cooled off. So but they do have monthly meetings online on Zoom as well. You don't have to be a member for that. I'm currently I go to those as well, and I actually volunteered to help with some of the things and maybe even do some talks at the Sierra Arts in-person meetings. So still working on part of that for myself to figure out all of that's going on and building part of that relationship together with them. So like, it's one of those ideas where you do want to connect with people and organizations that are part of these bigger pieces, right? And it's helpful in those ways. You definitely have to make sure that you have time to be able to do some of those things. But I think it's building that community and building that connection with people and stuff like that, because the more times you show up at meetings and stuff like that, the more times people will know you, the more people, they'll start to understand some of your work and be able to, if somebody else asks, be like, oh, you know what? I have somebody at my meeting that does exactly that type of art or does that type of writing. And so I think for resources right now, it's kind of sparse for me, unless I pay the premium membership, which I'm not sure about quite yet. But as far as like the connection and building that base and that stuff for the in-person stuff, that's definitely, I've seen value in those things, and connecting with Jenny and stuff like that. So And it sounds like there may be more cool things coming with our not bi-monthly, our quarterly meetings that supposedly we're going to be doing. So, and I believe the first meeting is actually going to be on February 22nd. Let me double check that. I did get the email for it. Yes. So the 2026 meetings will be 1 to 3 p.m. At the Sierra Arts Gallery space, February 22nd, May 17th, August 16th, and November 15th. So those are the 4 meetings for the year that we're going to have. And those are going to be bigger meetings. Those are 1 to 3. So we'll have all kinds of stuff. Let's see. I can read part of the email here. At our SB holiday lunch, we tossed around some possible craft topics for presentations, things such as point of view and head hopping, story pacing, dialogue basics, etc. Would make great topics. They also asked if I would possibly do a writer/illustrator, some type of talk as well, because I'm the only dual one here in Reno, I guess, or dual one in the membership at the moment. So, yeah, I think it kind of depends on what you get out of it. We talked about writers groups yesterday at the Sierra Arts meeting, and for me, being artist illustrator on a picture book, where I think I calculated out the words in my book there's 424 words. No, there's 424 words in my book. So like you can sit and finish my book in 5 minutes kind of thing. So writers groups are a little bit different in my perspective for what I'm putting together, compared to a novelist or somebody writing middle grade and higher books kind of stuff. So chapter books, long form. So it'll be interesting to see if our our quarterly meetings kind of incorporate some of those things and have more workshops and critiques and activities and things like that put into them, which it kind of sounds like that's where they're working towards. It's unfortunate that they have to be quarterly at the moment, because that's a pretty big time to go between, to not have access to ask questions and stuff like that. So it's one of those things where I have to talk to Jenny and see whether or not I might be able to offset part of those, that time lag / gap in between, maybe even by promoting these streams and stuff like that, and making this a little bit more Nevada local centric a little bit in some of this. So it really depends. I'll have to play with some of these things and talk to the people involved and see what's going on. There's even a possibility, if I get brave enough and figure out how to do it, that we may be even able to film some of those local meetings or put them online live for people to watch. So even if they can't make it, they have access to some of those information and stuff like that. So there's lots of potential there to connect a lot of those dots, but like the infrastructure and the ability to do so, that's kind of like, that's the up in the air part of things at the moment. So, but it's one of those things, there's great potential here in Nevada and in this region for, especially in Reno, to start a lot of those things and build a lot of those things. It just takes the right people to get there and start building it all out and stuff like that. So it's really is like in a rebuilding phase for sure. So went a little off topic on that, but we kind of got the SCBWI information in there. I've enjoyed that group. I've actually gotten to, when Jenny was away on a trip, I actually got to do a presentation by myself to a group of people that came in for that monthly meeting back in 2025, and it was really fun. Like it was really engaging, and I felt like I had information to be able to give to people, and there was actually even a new gal that had come in there, and that was really cool to have that piece and connect with people, and felt like I was being useful, not only just for myself, but for somebody else as well. Hopefully help them through their process and things. So I think that's kind of what I want to do. I really love that I've got these questions to go through at this first hour of our stream and stuff like that, because I really do want to make this kind of helpful and useful for people and stuff like that. So that it means something. Like, I don't mind being a creator in the dark, out in the ether, building my crazy machinations and then bringing them to life and then showing the world. But I kind of like the idea of assisting people so that they can also bring their creations into the world too. So maybe we can all help each other. Maybe that's how it works. I don't know. But yeah, those are the 4 questions that I got from Amy. Thank you, Amy, for sending those in. That was super fun, super helpful. Hopefully those worked out, give you a little bit of idea of where to go. If you need more details, or you have more questions about where to point some of the stuff that you want me to talk about, please feel free to email me again. And if anybody else watches this video and has questions about any of the stuff, please let me know. Lots of things are changing. 2026 is going to have a lot of different stuff happening. Ingram Spark is making some big changes with how they're publishing and printing, and revisions and stuff is going to go. So it's going to be a busy year. It's going to be an interesting one. Lots of people are going to want creative endeavors that are not as much made by the AI stuff. So who knows? Your book may be super important to somebody, or super cool, and might do really well this year. You never know. You never know. There's going to be more eyes out looking for the handcrafted stuff. So it's going to be there. I can feel it. I'm hoping. I'm just hoping. Maybe that's what I'm doing here. I'm throwing out the stuff. So, but yeah. Let's see. Let me check the rest of the. No, I thank you for sending in this question. I see this. If it's easier to cover in a video or not at all. If they're outside what you're planning. No. I'm happy to plan out some time for some questions and stuff. It's actually kind of fun for me to be able to do on these streams and talk about. So please, yeah, if you have more questions, send them in. I am happy to dedicate the first hours of the streams towards trying to answer questions. And even if I have to do some light searching or even some intense searching while we're on stream, I can do that. I can do that too. Because I do not have all of the answers. I wish I had a protege or somebody that did have all of the answers. They could just tell me like, oh yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. But oh yeah, you definitely do want to do that. So the one piece of advice that I would say is, if you do get your book to a finished state and you get out there and are looking for a bookstore to not necessarily pitch yourself to, but to possibly add your book to their collection to sell, go check out This Little Nightshade, because they were very kind and they're an independent bookstore, very kind to work with independent authors and stuff like that. I was very happy to meet them very early on and form a relationship with them and stuff like that. And it's blossomed. So I'm able to do way more stuff because I went and talked to them in person, and Showed them, talked to them about my situation and what my books cost and all of those things, and they were interested in putting my book there, so we worked out a deal. So it was very, very nice. So shout out to them for sure. Highly recommend. I would help them out with anything. So cool. All right, we did a thing for the first hour here, and we are just about 2 minutes out from our first break. How about that? So I wonder where our assistant is. All right, well, let's go to our live assistant cam. We'll just go to our outside cam for the moment while I move around our other one. But yeah, stick around. We're going to take a 3-minute break here, run some ads, pay some bills, get some snacks, do a little walkabout, get some blood flowing around in the body here, and then we will be right back for our second half of our second third for the next part of our stream here, where we're going to work on some website stuff and try to get things cleaned up and compressed down and looking snazzy again. So that's what we're going to do. So stick around and we'll see you in a few minutes. All right, I have returned. I did do a walkabout. We'll talk about it here in a minute. All right, welcome back, stream. Hello, everybody. I was just mentioning to the subscribers and stuff like that, I did go on a little walkabout here around the house. Went and checked on daughter, who came out while I was doing my big explanation, so I didn't get to say good morning to her. So I went and said hi, checked on her, made sure she was doing okay. No school day for her today, but we do go back to school tomorrow. Teachers had an in-service day, so they got an extra day off on top of the 2 weeks that they got for Christmas and New Year's. So, but yeah, that is the only one of my children that is awake so far. The other one is still sleeping. I probably don't expect to see him until at least noon, if not later. Yesterday was a 1 p.m. wake up, so it's gonna be a little bit rough tomorrow when he's got to get up and leave by 7 o'clock in the morning to get to school. So a little bit of yikes. We'll see what happens, but that's the life of being dad at home and taking kids to school and doing all those types of things. So we'll see what happens. Was the assistant doing well? Did she make sure and take care of y'all? You guys do okay with Sora? Did well here. Good job, assistant. Yeah, that's exactly the type of eyes that she gives me normally. Like, dude, are you talking to me? Don't talk to me. All right, back over to things. Good morning, Sunny. I know I already said it once, but I just want to acknowledge it again. Thank you for deleting that or banning that one. The bad person that came in here who was trying to send us nasty spam messages. A spam bot. Okay. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to remove this section. Our holiday coloring page we don't need anymore. We do need to change this color back to white because we don't want blue and blue. Good. Okay. So the cool thing about using GoDaddy's site builder is I'm using this all on Safari, doing all of these changes and edits and stuff like that. So this is their little website builder template thing. But I can make all these changes and they're not live yet. So if I want to do something ahead of like an event or something special that's going to happen, I can do that, and then once I'm ready, I just press the publish button and that all goes out. So this was for anybody who's been over to our website, stitch-tales.com. It's a very basic, simple site. So when I signed up when I went and bought the domain name, right, the stitch-tales.com, that's the domain name. When you buy it, you can you've got a couple options. You can upload your own site if you're using some other place to host your site or do any of your other stuff, anything that you've built. There's lots of different places to build websites. God, I can't even remember the Adobe one back in the day that I used to use or tried to use at one point. Dreamweaver, I think is what it's called. Apple had one for a while that I really, really loved because it was super simple, kind of like this. And then that ended up going away. But anyways, when I bought the domain, I had an option for a one free page with my domain. So I took that option, and for now, because it's free, and this is the one page that I bought. So you're limited by how many of these little containers you can put on here, these little boxes here. But you can put a lot of stuff on these. Like it's no joke. Pretty impressive, like for a free 1-page setup. So I try to keep things, it almost is interesting because I actually like it better than having multiple pages for a website, because having constraint like this is nice, because then I'm not filling up the pages with a bunch of fluff or nonsense, or getting too overwhelmed by having to then go through and update every single page and stuff like that. So it's a burden in some ways, but a blessing in other ways, because you can have a lot of information and do a lot of different things with this and keep it concise. And then you're also not bogging down people with too much stuff, right? Like they're not having to scroll through everything and then go to another page and scroll through everything. Like if you can build yourself a pretty concise 1-page setup, then you should be able to do pretty well. And I like this idea because, like I said, I don't want to overwhelm people. I just kind of want to give them information, like where to find me, stuff like that. But I don't want to go too crazy. And I may have pushed a little bit on the website here with all of the little things that I put on it, but probably need to reel it in a little bit. But we'll see. I also have information to update here pretty soon. So one of the things I talked about this a little bit when we were talking, when I was talking about all the changes coming with Ingram Spark this year. The setup I have here, kind of explaining the process of what's going on books and stuff like that, is still pretty good. A lot of this is going to be changing here. This $9.60 that is my cost of printing for books, that's actually going up to $9.90. So I'm being charged an extra 30 cents when I buy books and stuff like that. So you may be saying, Tahoe, that's not too bad. Like, it's 30 cents. You can handle that. So it's like, yeah, I can do that. Problem is, when they add 30 cents here, I lose 30 cents out of the author's cut. So when I'm selling at in-person events, yeah, I can definitely take a 30-cent cut from my profits of $2 to $7. Like, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. But that's me selling them and doing the transactions and the shipping and doing a bunch of those things. So there's a lot of like background costs that are not factored into this completely. But if you look at like any books that are purchased online on bookstores, let's see, Barnes and Noble or Amazon or anybody else that might purchase copies from Ingram Spark and sell them in their retail store, I make 34 cents right now. So a 30-cent increase in the book price means a 30-cent decrease in the author's cut. So I'm down to 4 cents is what it'll be. I'm down. Yeah, I think it's like 2 to 4 cents. I think they're cutting it by 32 cents. So it's pretty dramatic what it comes down to. So I know I'm not sure if I've said it on stream or not yet, but one of the policies that they're going to be doing starting in February for Ingram Spark is they're going to make any revisions that you want to make to your files, free. So currently they were, 60 days. When you put uploaded your files to Ingram Spark for your publication, for your book, you got 60 days from that until you weren't allowed to. You could make revisions, but it would cost you $25 per revision. is what it was. So you would get 2 months free where you can make as many revisions as you want, and then after that time the revisions would cost you. So like for me, I based most of everything of my setup and how I would do my, especially for book 2, after I learned this process, I was like, okay, so I have to do all of the designing, make sure everything looks squeaky clean, and then put my files in, and then make all of my adjustments in those 60 days. And then once I got to the end of those 60 days, I was done. Like no more changes. Everything had to be perfect by then, because there's no way I was going to pay $25 for revisions on files and stuff like that. So this new policy that they're bringing in February eliminates that, so that you can make changes to your books and stuff like that. So it's partially because of this price change. So because the price of printing the books is going up, and therefore our author's profit is going down, a lot of authors are going to change the price of their books. So like for me, I have to increase from $16.99 to $17.99. I have to increase by $1 in order to help get off of the floor of the 2 cent or 4 cent that they're going to end up making the profits for me. So in order to give myself a little bit more sustainability, especially for future, if they decide to make more price hikes, I have to go through and buy a new, not a new ISBN. ISBN is good, but I have to go through and get a new barcode and put that on my files with the new purchase price, and upload that to to Ingram Spark. So that's kind of why I have to increase the price of the book and do a bunch of extra background work to get it back up, because that floor level that it was before is just raised high enough that I essentially have to. Otherwise, if something does happen, anytime somebody purchases a book, I will actually owe Ingram Spark. It just depends. Like if they do another increase sometime, like in the middle of the year, say like another 30 cents, then every time a book's sold, I would owe them 28 cents or something like that. So it's one of those, I don't want to be head underwater kind of thing. So some changes, some things that are coming, got to do that. Unfortunate, but all part of the process. It's one of those ideas that it kind of sucks. I talked to another bookstore this week, actually, over this weekend, about this whole process. And a lot of bookstores they want 55% discount on your books in order to stock and put it in their stores, which is great, but a lot of creators can't afford that 55 price tag. So for instance, my book is currently priced at $17, right? So I have my discount set at 40%, and after all of that goes through, that's where I end up with that 34 cents of profit, essentially. In order to get to that 55% discount that most bookstores want, I would have to raise the price of the book up to $22 or $23, which for an independent self-published book, like I wouldn't mind pricing it at that, because I would definitely make way more. Actually, no, because if it's at the 55 discount, probably not anymore. I would still make no profit, but more bookstores would have access to the books. But I honestly don't think people are going to go spend $23 for a picture book. Not necessarily saying that they wouldn't, but especially a self-published independent author book, I think they would be a little bit more, be like, nah, no thank you, kind of thing. I don't know. Even at this price point, I've had people come up to me earlier in 2025 and be like, oh, that's a little outside of my price point. I'm like, wow, that's okay. This is literally the lowest I can go. I cannot go any further down than this. Otherwise I'll be losing money on everything. So it's an interesting conundrum to have and be in, but I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. I as much as I don't want to raise the price to $18 for my books, I'm kind of almost being forced to do it in a way. So yeah. Okay, so what I want to do, what I was looking to do, I want to take all of these things that we did in 2025. So 2020, yeah, there's 2024. I want to take all of the 2025 events that we did, and I want to compress them into one box here. So this is one, I don't even know what they would call this. One group, one section. Yeah, it's one section. I want to combine those all into like one whole year section thing. So I think we'll probably need to pull the graphics from all of these. We'll lose links to some of them, which is okay. But we'll pull them all into a best of 2025, I think is what I'm going to do. So let's do... I need to grab the graphics from these. Change image. View more. So I should be able to find and pull all of these. I want this one. I want this one. Don't want the coming soon. That one's fine. Don't need the serif arts. I do need this, the lit crawl. I need CR arts. I need snafu. I need Winter Wonderland. I need that one. That one. The only one I don't have on here is the news one, because that one was a special one. So let's download those. Perfect. We can get out of that. We're gonna have to figure out how to get this news. Because this was a video. Yeah, this is the only one. You know what? This one may just stay as is. Even though I had to go back and re-edit that video. Okay, so let's switch over to our Canva here. Let's minimize Safari so we just stop eating up resources. Make sure this is working. Yes, it is working. Cool. Let's put... We can get rid of a bunch of this stuff. We also have to put together a video at some point here of our year in review, which actually might be all of these right here. That might be our year in review right now. Okay, we might turn this all into a video for our 50-second. That'll be not this week, but next week's video that I put out on social media. Okay, so we got all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 things. So I want to put these in order. This one goes there. Get rid of this for now. What was next on our... Next was the news interview that came in the year, which we don't have right now. Okay, next was the summer reading shindig. That was a fun one to go do. Let's see, can we... Yeah, let's do that. Actually, you know what, let's do... Bring this down just a little bit. This way their address sticks on there and it's not too bad. Okay. Next on the list, I believe, was the Reno Public Market one. Yeah, this is when I started figuring out how to make these all in the squares in the middle. Because I wicked smart. Let's see, after that was the lit crawl, I believe. Nevada Humanities lit crawl. Let me double check. Yep, I was right. Author day, lit crawl, Sierra Arts, and then Snafu. Sierra Arts, Book Fest, Snafu. The last one I know is that public one, which means the podcast was there and Winter Wonderland was there. Okay. We did it. So let's change this a little bit. Let's do that. That one is a square, so that's beautiful. That one's a square, beautiful. This one is not a square, but that's okay. Let's do that. Podcast is a square, and then I built this one as a square, so we should be good. Yeah, so that should work for us. Got our little spaces in between. Well, like I said, the only one we're missing is the news channel. But I don't know quite how to squeeze that one in. That one might have to stay by itself. So let's go ahead and download that, but we're going to download it as a PDF print. Bam, that should work. So, like I said, I've done this trick before on stream, but just for anybody who wants to know, if you're using Canva, you're using the free Canva version. If you're saving out your graphics or things that you've been working on, and you want a little bit more quality out of them, save them as PDF print and then convert them over to a PNG. You can save it out as a PNG just by itself, but you're gonna get way more from the PDF print and then exporting it over to PNG. I will try to give you an example of what the difference is. If it shows me, where did that go? I have no idea where that saved that. Hello? I have no idea where that went. Okay, let's try it again. PNG. This desktop. Okay, so it does say it's already there, so it's gotta be. What the heck? Let's see if I can find it. Desktop. That's the PDF. so now we can go back over to Safari. Minimize this so we can access that. What we're going to do, we're going to add. Okay, so it won't let me add another one at the moment. So I have to get rid of something in order to gain one spot here. But I don't want to lose any of this information, so... no, I should be fine. I can pull it off of the website because it has not been published yet. Delete. 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 More shindig. We can delete. We're going to leave the news at the moment. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to take this, change. We're going to add an image. We're going to upload that. So one of the things I wanted to do with the website is I wanted to keep our events stacked up the way I have them. But I also wanted to make like a year-to-year accomplishment thingamajiggy, I guess you would say. Kind of like kind of like this. So it has all of the things that we did on it, and I'll write up a little blurb about all of the events that were in this stack for the 2025 year. That's kind of the idea. And then this way the events page that I have set up here stays intact with by itself, and I can put all the 2026 events into it. But then I also have essentially like a list of the accomplishments that we've accomplished over the past couple years, kind of idea. So that's the idea. Let's see, can we? Yeah, let's duplicate this. Okay, so we should have a little slow. We should have 2 of these now. Yes, we do. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and delete this. I guess I could have done that before. Let's put this below the 2025. We'll leave the 2024 on there, because that was our accomplishment in 2024, was the publishing of the first book and the local author fest. Those are the 2 things that I did that year. Okay, so what do we call this section then? Accomplishments? No. We gotta figure out something to call it, which means we should be able to get rid of this one on this guy. Should be able to get rid of this one. Delete. Should be able to get rid of this one. Delete. It's okay. So now we have just coming soon for the events. And then I gotta go through and put together all of this stuff. Let's go ahead and let's get rid of the action button for that. I'm still sad that we weren't able to do the Author Fest at the local library this year. That was a sad thing to not be able to do due to budgetary cuts and government poopiness. I do have to say that was poopy. we're gonna keep that because those two things are connected. That's the 2025's stuff that we accomplished. That's 2024. Okay, so now we need to put something in here. Let's go ahead and get rid of that at the moment. Let's go here to the actual web page. Come down because we haven't published yet. Let's pick up. Let's just grab all of these. We want the Reno Public Market author signing. Let's make this a list. Okay, so the next one is Here's My Meets Podcast. Okay. Winter Wonderland. But I think I want to add Debbie Smith CTE Academy on that. Copy. Hopefully it fits. We'll get rid of that at the moment. Good enough. Let's go to the next one. SnafuCon. Sierra Arts Book Fest. Let's grab that one. Kind of like our greatest hits, right? This is our look at all the cool things we accomplished last year. I wish I could keep all of the information about each one of these, like the 120 authors, 40 panelists, and panelists in over 40 events across town. Like, those are just a cool thing to put up there. This one is Art Town Authors Day. So, and then we should have two more. Yes. Summer Reading Shindig. We did. And that was with Thistle and Nightshade. And Nightshade. Sweet if it. Okay. We had the news. Yeah, let's put that on there. Even though it's its own separate one. You know what? We're not going to do that one. And then we did author signing. So this one was book 2, a release, author signing. And this was at this one Nightshade as well. Why did you do that? Okay, so that is correct then. Nope, don't want that. Okay, so those are our nine accomplished plus one, which is our 10th one, which is the KOLO news interview, which I definitely felt like I could have done better at, but it's okay. Maybe next time. All right, how much room do we have here? Looks like we have some more room to be able to put some more information, which is good. Back up to the top. Yeah. Okay, Reno Public Market author signing. That's good. Here's my meets podcast, episode 1. Okay, episode number 1. Number 1. Let's put our little dashes there. Thank you, Patch. Yes, we appreciate you, dude. We really do. That's the public market author signing. Yeah, did that one. Go in the wrong direction. Winter Wonderland, Jamie Smith. This one was at the Reno Sparks Convention Center. Where is it? There it is. Okay, we don't need you to be bold though. Saying it's a link? Why is it doing... There we go. There we go. Got it fixed. Might be good to go through and bold a bunch of those. Winter Wonderland. I'm going the wrong way again. Yes, I am. Sierra Arts. Book Fest. That one's that's obvious. Nevada Humanities Literary Crawl. Yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, cool. That push that down. Perfect. Guess I could do the numbers. Instead of the bullet points. This is an option. Let's see, Debbie Smith. No, that's still right. Why didn't it take this with it? Okay. That is what that is. Cool. So, we definitely need to come up with something to name this, though. And making sure that your websites and stuff like that are updated and managed and stuff like that is always a good thing. You know what? Maybe I'll get rid of the... I could add my own if I wanted to. Am I allowed to use... Can I use emojis? Oh, I can. Ooh, fancy. Okay. So if we can build our own, what emojis do we use? Something simple, lots of dots, squares. Oops. This is the problem with always being a graphic designer. You're always like, well, how can I enhance this by making, giving it something to look at? And then I do something silly like this, and it's just like, I don't know if this is helping at all. Who knows? What is this one? This one is 1, 2. No, don't want that. I was wondering if it would switch it and make it so that it was all on the left side, not. Okay, there's the alignment. Is it going to change all of them? It did change all of them, but that's. Do I want that? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Cool. Yeah, basically it's like a list of accomplishments. What do we want to title this little section? And what color comes after that? Blue comes after that. This is white, so this one, this whole track should be blue. Dude, that does not work for the words though. I want that to be a custom color. I want that to be. I want to change the theme. Style. Apply font size and style to a similar text on your website. Font size. Color. Okay, it changes them all. Sweet. I like a Picasso. A little bit different. Okay, so we still need to come up with something to title this. Yearly accomplishments? Finished events? No. The best I can come up with at the moment. We're definitely gonna need to come up with a different wording for that, for sure. Let's see, wording for yearly accomplishments. Let's see if Google can help us with a search, see if somebody else is. Appreciation awards? No, that's definitely not. Wow. How to write accomplishment statements? No, that's not what we're looking for. 75 plus examples of employee recognition awards? No, that's not what we were looking for. I just want to know if there's a different. Look at different wording for yearly compliments. No, I don't want Copilot. Copilot is trying to give me ideas. That is terrible. Expanded professional expertise. Yeah, so the idea here is that if anybody wants to look and see what you've done, like how much work you've put in, they can look at my social media and be like, oh wow, this dude's put in a whole bunch of posts over the past year. He's done one a week for every week of a year for 2 years now. Like I can see that. What else has he accomplished? And they can go to the website here and they can scroll down and they can see, oh, okay, so it's 2024, first book came out. He did one thing, and then, oh, look, the second year, he went and did like 10 things. Like he basically did almost one thing a month for the whole year, pushing, to get his books into bookstores and do events and doing all kinds of stuff. So, like it's that accomplishment tracker that people can go and look and see, be like, oh, no, he's not just like writing and then throwing it out there and hoping, the world comes to him. He's actually going out and helping push some of that, doing some of the marketing like we were talking about earlier. I don't think Google search is going to help me with this. So we're going to ask ChatGPT to create a list of different words or different words for, we'll put this in quotations, yearly accomplishments. Let's see if it can do it. I've used ChatGPT for basic query searches like this before. I think I've even talked about it where I was like, make me a list of 100 sewing terms, single word sewing terms. And it would do that. It would just go and be like, oh, cool, here's all of the words that are associated with sewing. And then I could use that for like, it's like a stripped down version. Like compare that against other lists that I found on Google searches and stuff like that and be like, okay, I've got a lot of information now to add to the tank to then come up with my own kind of stuff from that. So it looks like GPT has finished its query. It has come up with a list of combinations of words that kind of reflect that idea. So it has done a better job currently than just doing a Google search. So, but it's also, we're asking it a very basic thing to do. So instead of the words yearly accomplishments, we have annual achievements. Not bad. Year-end accomplishments. That's not bad. Ooh. Annual milestones. I like just milestones. I like that better. So yeah, I think part of this process when you're using the GPT and stuff like that as a tool rather than just a fix it, give me, make this thing up for me in all this ways. You're looking at the information and you're pulling it apart and then synthesizing it and then putting it back into your own way. That even just doing like I said, a simple Google search did not come up with. So resynthesizing the synthesizing. Yearly performance highlights, no, that's too businessy. Annual results, that's too businessy. Key achievements of the year, that's a good one too. That's not a bad one either. Or even something like yearly achievements would be a good one as well. Oh, it tells me how to spell it. Sweet. So we can either go with milestones or yearly achievements. I kind of like yearly achievements because that's milestones is a fun one because it does invoke some of that, the things that you've accomplished. But yearly achievements kind of has a really nice positive, like it gets closer to that point without having to be a secondary word for it. Annual outcomes, no, that one's not good. Year in review, achievements, meh. Highlights of the year, that's not a bad one either. This year's wins, that's way more personal. Moments that mattered this year, that one's not bad. Definitely on the more personal side. A year of success. Yes, okay, so these ones are categorized as creative and / friendly. I do like that. Year of success. This year in achievements. Proud moments from the year. Ooh. Sometimes it comes up with some bangers. I think we're knocking out the milestones. I do like these friendly. The milestones is a nice one because it's that in between. It's that professional but casual. I think yearly achievements kind of borderlines along that as well. Do I like proud moments from the year? That one's not bad. It's definitely way more personal. But it is like, it's showing that I am proud of these things, which is true. So we're invoking part of that. Let's look at some more here. I definitely like the creative and friendly ones that it's come up with. Personal growth / reflective. Personal milestones. We use the word milestones, which I like it better than adding the personal part of it. Growth over the year. It's not bad. Progress made this year. That's a good one. A year of growth. Meh. Lessons and wins. No. Steps forward this year. No. Let's see. Casual. Conversational. What I call. No. These are conversational. Inspiration, motivational. A year of progress. Achievements that shaped the year. Building success 1 year at a time. Triumphs of the year. Triumphs always feels like those seem like awards, or like I would, if we won an award or something like that, I would definitely say we could put the word triumph on this. But or if it was a litany of awards kind of thing, like a bunch of awards that we won for something like that, maybe that would have its own section. Maybe I'll save that for a different section, but these are triumphs in of their own. Like, to have accomplished these is a huge thing. Like, to be my second year doing all of this publishing and stuff like that, and to have been able to participate in all of these really, really cool events and meet all these people and stuff like that, like that, for me, who is not very like super outspoken in public spaces, who tends to be more reserved, if we're at an event or somewhere doing something like a school function or whatever, you will for sure, even at the meeting on Sunday, you will find me in the back. I will be somewhere close to the back of the room. It's just who I am. Like, I feel comfortable further back, not the center, or the attention is not on me right in the front kind of thing. Not to mention I'm taller, so being able to look over people is easier for me. So if I sit right in front, then people will have to look through the back of my head, which I don't like that either. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to ruminate on this just a little bit here, figure out what I want to do. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this. We'll take let's see if check our assistant is here. Nope, our assistant hasn't moved. Oh, hi, Sora. You need to go outside? Okay, we'll do that. we'll get ready for break. We'll do our outside camera here so you guys can see here going out. But we will pause right here for the moment. We have ads that are going to pop up here in about 2 minutes. So I'm going to take a little bit extra long break on this one. So this way I can let the dog out and think about some of this stuff. And then we'll come back and we'll see if we can figure out this. And then moving on to our next piece of website adjustments and updates. So stick around. I will be right back. All right. I returned. We'll wait a couple of seconds here. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. It was a good little 5-minute break there. We started a little bit early. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I think I can increase the ad part of it, but I don't think I want to. I think the 3 minutes is fine for what it is. But I like the little 5-minute, like it gives me a little bit more time to do something. So I'll have to decide whether or not I want to add in a little bit extra or not. I can also set up more Firebot commands to do, like bring up another screen that says ads on their way or something like that too. So there's a possibility to have some more stuff interactive, or not interactive, but more informative things pop up on the screen and stuff too. So I did not do my daily weather report for the area while we were at break there, but yeah, it's looking pretty nice out there. I saw Sora walking around a little bit, checking out the outside, making sure everything's good. We did get a lot of rain over the weekend, like a lot of rain. A lot of our mountains got a lot of snow, so we definitely have enough water, enough snowpack. We're probably going to get more over the next couple months. So for everybody who doesn't know the area here in Reno, Nevada, we are very much at the bottom of the Sierra Mountains and stuff like that. So we're on the downward slope heading down. So that is the border between California and Nevada, like right on the border. So we rely pretty heavily on the snowpack that happens up in the Sierras to basically feed all of the waterways down below. So that includes Reno and all the associated areas around it. So it's nice that we got a lot of snow up high. It's been kind of crazy to watch a lot of like the car accidents and stuff like that. I wouldn't say accidents, but a lot of the weather problems that have caused driving conditions to be not as optimal, and people have spun out and stuff like that. Hopefully not accident wise. Snow is one of those interesting things. I've driven in it, and I've had some experiences where especially up in the higher elevations where there's like 20 feet of snow. I was driving to work and lost control, and you just went right into the fluffy snowbank and just kept going. It was fine. It was like no big deal. Didn't hit anything, didn't rip off any mirrors or anything like that. The car was fine. So hopefully, nice cushion snow and nothing didn't go off any sides of the roads or anything like that too badly. It hit any rocks or anything for people up there, but hopefully it's just all minor. But definitely been a lot of traffic, a lot of backups up there, a lot of closures. So we have one pass, which is the Donner Pass, Highway 80 that runs over, goes right through Truckee, and that's like, besides Highway 80 and Highway 50, those are the two lifebloods of connection between Nevada and California. And if one or if both of them are closed, then hardly ever is Highway 50 closed, but Highway 80 closes quite often. But it is also the big hub for traffic and trucks and supplies and everything coming through the area. So when it closes, it can be a big deal for sure. Not super like crazy impactful. Like we're not gonna. There have been winters where it's been closed for long enough that it hasn't impacted some of like the stores and stuff, grocery and stuff wise. But it has been quite a while since we've had that many closure days. The CHP up in the mountains there, and the Caltrans, which does all of the snowplow and stuff, work up there. Those dudes and gals, they work really fucking hard to make sure that that roadway is cleaned up and taken care of as best as they can, and they get people up and down those mountains. And it's probably a thankless job, but they do great work up there, and they put themselves into the throw of all of that. So mad appreciation to all of them up there for all the hard work. I've been up there. I've lived there. I've done snow removal up there. I don't know if I've told this story before, but one house that we were building in Tahoe, we had to get to the water box, which is out on the street, to shut it off for the house because there was a leak in the house. If you've ever been up in Tahoe, or up in Tahoe Donner, which is up there on the top of the mountain, they get anywhere from 20 to 30 feet of snow. And if you pack on top of that all of the snow plowing that they do to put the roadway snow on top of the snow, at one point we had to dig a 20-foot tunnel straight down to the water line to shut it off. So yeah, I've been in that position. I know what it's like, so it's fun. As much as it was crazy and it was a lot of work, and we had to figure out how to basically Egyptian pyramid get down there, like dig hole, but also dig side tunnels to dig out, so that, one, if it collapsed on us, we could figure out how to get out. But two, figuring out how to throw the snow far enough out, so we had to build tunnels further and further out to be able to get things out of there. But yeah, it's pretty wild. It's fun though. I love playing in the snow. It's good times. I love shoveling my driveway when the snow falls here, even in Reno. So it's a fun time for me. I like it. I miss it. I'm sad that we haven't had a lot this year so far. So I prefer not to having like a whole lot, but the amount that we've had is nil compared to even having some. So it's been pretty wild, pretty light year for us. Lots of water, not a lot of snow though. We'll see. January, February, March, those are our busy times for the snow of the year. So we'll see if it picks up. December, not so much, but those first 3 months of the year generally are pretty busy with snow. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll get some live on stream at some point too, because I think that would be kind of cool. Okay, so I grabbed one of my books. Shit, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was this one. I saw a word. I should have written it down. I don't know why I didn't write it down. Shoot. Wait, that's book number 1. I don't. And I thought it might be a good word to use for here. Bounce it off. No. Oh no, what did I do with it? Oh, spotlight. That's what it was. That is one word that GPT did not come up with that I'm like, oh, that's surprising. And that's, that's why I have like a stack of books next to me that I can go and look at and pull from if I want to. That's why I do Google searches by themselves. That's why I have GPT as well. So I have 3 sources to be able to look at that may come up with something or wording that might be better for what I'm looking for. So research, making sure you have lots of tools at your disposal is good. All right. Do I want to do like yearly spotlight? So I'm gonna put that one up there. I'm gonna look up a couple definitions. So milestone, a stone set up beside a road to mark the distance in miles. An action or event marking a significant change or stage in development. I like that. Broader context, it can also refer to public attention or notoriety, as in being in the spotlight for a particular issue or event. For more detailed definition, you can refer to the Merriam-Webster. Yes, I know that. Do I like milestone? An event marking a significant change or stage in development. I think I really like milestone. I think that definition really fits really well. Yearly achievements also feels like it is the same idea. You can always come back and watch the stream and change it later. I think I want to go with the one word. Yeah, these one word. That one's more words. That's fine. I could do more. I kind of like the one word setup though. Yeah, I believe milestones is the winner here. And that one came from, okay, so that one did come from GPT. It was annual milestones, but we got rid of we cut the annual part of it and we just used the word milestone. So I think that's a good edit and a good use of finding wording that works better. So, Schweet. I still don't like this news thing by itself though. I can add links to each of these, because that is the thing that we are losing. So some of these had links to them, like the Nevada Humanities website, which let's go to because it changes all the time. Yeah, so nothing about the 2026 Nevada Humanities literary crawl, which is fine. Bookfest is not a link. Snapicon is not a link. No, okay. I think I want to write something about all of this. Let's see. Oops. Now I can't spell worth a damn right now. Amazing year. Connecting. Let's see. Connecting with fellow authors. I kind of like that one. Fellow authors. Connecting with fellow authors. Bookstores. and and new readers. What do I want to say? I do want to put that. How much space do I have? Do I have that much? Okay, so that pushes a little bit, but that's okay. Get rid of that one. Okay, so we have enough room for one more, some way to wrap up our thank you here. Yeah. Yeah, some of these are really, I did a good job writing these out. I wish there was a way and I might have to move. Damn it, I don't know if I want to move it though. The hard part is I would love to keep things the way they were here, but I can't keep them forever in this form though. Remember, everything is temporary and it's okay to change and evolve and move things on, but sometimes it's hard to let go. These were such accomplishments, and I do have such praise and thanks for all of these companies and everybody who set up an event and let me come and be a part of it and stuff like that. I don't want to lose that. Yes. Internal support. Okay, let's pull from a different one. Bum, bum, bum. We'll be back. Okay, so I might have to. Don't know anything else to pull from. Thanks everyone for making 2025 truly amazing. Your generosity and support. And we are grateful for people. It's not that we are grateful to be a part of it, it's that what is the wording I'm looking for? Hello, Sunny. Welcome back. I'm right back. Yeah. Did lunchtime get busy? Were there lots of people in? People are hungry today. It's Monday. Yeah, I thought so. It's the first Monday back. I don't know if other places have it too, but my kids have today off because the teachers had an in-service day, so they got one extra day off from having to go back to school, so they got to go back tomorrow. But I would assume a lot of people were heading back to work today and doing their regular routines, so. Generosity support. Need something for this back end of it. I don't know if I have. Yep. Given this, yes. Get rid of that. This should be plural. Yes. Opportunities. There's more than one opportunity here. Oops, and I spelled these wrong. To have been given these opportunities. Perfect. Let's condense down. We don't need all of that. Okay, cool. So there we go. Condense it down. We got a little bit better written in there. We got a list of all of our places that we went to and did events with. I wonder, do we have enough room? We don't really have enough room to... That one's good. That one has the location on it. Podcast. SnafuCon, we could put their website on that one. So like the Nevada Humanities Lit Crawl, that one's already deprecated because that page is gone. Art Town Authors Day. That one's gone. Put dates at the beginning of them. I have dates for a lot of these. That one was in May. This one I'd have to look up then again. That one's in July. This one was in September, October, November. I think both of these are in December-ish. I don't think I necessarily need that though. No, I think that looks pretty good. Got the news one here. That was also in 2025. Like I said, then we combine down all of these to events. We do have an event coming up here pretty soon. Actually, we've got a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of accomplishment things to be excited about. Today's the 5th, right? Calendar, let's see. That's next week. Okay. So I've got... I wonder if I have to do my year in review video this week and then next week do other cool stuff. Okay, so to be honest with y'all, I did not think the beginning of the year would start off and be busy with a bunch of stuff that I was doing or connecting with more events and stuff like that. I thought I was going to have a little bit of time at the beginning of the year to get stuff set up, rolling, moving along, and then somewhere close to like about 3 months in, then start planning out a lot of stuff. But some really cool stuff has popped up over the past couple days. I'm working kind of hard to get stuff figured out for it. So now I'm kind of like trying to figure out how to make it all work together and how to promote parts of it and all of that too. So I might have to get a photo taken. Wonder if my son would want to get up and take a photo of me. Nope, hit the ground running. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. Which is amazing. Like it's everybody's dream to have people reach out to you and start being like, hey, do you want to come and do XYZ? Like that's a stellar dream that I thought would not be happening on my 3rd year of self-publishing these kids books and stuff like that. But and I'm very like pleasantly surprised and excited about it too. yeah, it's just crazy. It's one of those things that even the difference from year 1 to year 2 was not shocking or surprising, but it was just like, okay, so once you do get this ball moving and rolling, it does pick up steam. Like I wonder if a lot of people get started on these things and then either they run into issues or they pump the brakes on stuff. And I'm not saying that I'm just like full gas ahead kind of thing. Like I'm still very like moderately pacing myself, trying to make sure that I'm crossing the T's and dotting the I's the correct way that I hope. But yeah, I wonder sometimes about the process and people and resources and understanding on some of this stuff. I wonder if there are just a bunch of tripping points that are just kind of weird and stuff like that. I know I've run into a few of them. Maybe not as many. I'm not sure. Or maybe it also may be because I am doing I'm authoring and illustrating and doing all of the stuff that the pain points that I feel on the back end of it are what those tripping points are for most people, that I don't technically have, but I just feel in a different way. So like when I feel like I'm not making enough progress on illustrations, or like I feel like I'm lagging behind on some of those, maybe the tripping point is people having to wait for illustrators to get back to them with pages and stuff like that. So it's probably the same. We're probably feeling the same thing, just in a slightly different manner is probably what it is. Okay, let's see. I want to put... Okay, so... Oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so this is all good. I don't have much to change as far as the store yet. That'll come later. These are our milestones. Good milestones to have. Yeah, that should be fine still. Events, we don't have. We're getting ready to put together some of those and announce those. That'll be good. Do I want to get this purchase link thingamajiggy? Let's preview this real quick. Actually, you know what? We don't have to preview it because we have it here. So I set this up because where is it? Ingram Spark has the ability to do purchase links, and I need to go back through and look at it because I can set this price to be a little bit different. I wonder if I can set this up for specific bookshops to be able to order books this way that they get them at the price that we want them at. The only problem is then they have to pay for shipping. I'll have to go ask. Maybe I'll go by Thistle Nightshade and ask if when they order books, what their shipping looks like for that. Because I would assume the bookstore has to pay for the shipping, right? Like that seems legit. If you're buying books at wholesale, you're paying for the shipping then. Even if you are a big company like Barnes & Noble and stuff like that, you still have to ship books around to different stores, even though you buy wholesale in big bulk orders and then put them in a warehouse, you still have to get them from point A to point B. So you got to pay for the shipping in there, right? Maybe that's why they have to have such high percentage discount at 55%, is because they're trying to make up for the shipping and moving around. Is that why? Did I just figure that out? If anybody knows anybody from the industry and could let me know, I should ask. I could get on Threads and ask Emily from Ingram. Should ask her. See if she'd be willing to throw down some information for me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that one for now then. I don't like that one, but I think I'll leave it. Okay, so we moved our Christmas stuff out. We're gonna change this top banner at some point. I gotta build something really good for this though. And I'm pretty sure these are still broken. Oh no, they do work. They fixed it. Yay! Oh, thank goodness. So for the longest time it was broken where you could not go back and forth through the different pages or go back to one. Oh, good. They fixed it. Praise bejeebus. Cool. I wonder, insight. Can I? We don't want action buttons. We don't want that. We want. Oh, yeah. I'm going to show action button. No, that's wrong. It's not site navigation. That's wrong as well. Maybe they took it out just because it wasn't working. No, we don't want the logo. Explore grab attention by giving users an action to take. Okay, interesting. Even more. Okay, interesting. I didn't know about that one. They're always making changes to some of the stuff, so sometimes it takes a little exploration. It wasn't the site navigation. It wasn't here either. Can't touch. No. Where does it even put that at? I don't even know. There used to be a button where you could click whether or not it did little arrows on the side, and that was going to be your navigation from left to right, but it looks like they may or may not have removed that. It was broken for quite some time. Okay, here we go. Show arrows. Preview. Okay, so the arrows work now too. That's good to know. Looks like they fixed a bunch of stuff. So let's go ahead and publish this out. This will push to our website. Save push. So this old version, as you can still see, it still has the Christmas on it and everything else, or the holiday. Nope, we don't need anything from you. We don't need to pay for anything. We should be able to refresh. Yep. And it's got all of our updates on it. Populating now. Everything's going good. That's all good. Events coming soon. Yep, and there's our milestones. Perfect. Awesome. Well, that was definitely one of the bigger things I wanted to get accomplished today, was getting that milestones kind of condensed so that I can start putting new events in for the year. And then we have some changes and things happening with the site as we move into book number 3. A lot of upgrades, a lot of graphic changes, and maybe even some more information about the book series as a whole, which I do need to come up with. That was the other thing I needed to do. I need to come up with not necessarily a tagline. Can I put something else on here? The quote, the source. That gives me not very many words I can use. I can put an image on that. Okay, I have to figure it out. I want to put down what the series is about, so I may need to come up with something written about the book series as a whole. This way people, when they come to the website and stuff like that, they kind of get a grounding of what the series is about and what's going on with it. Hello, daughter. What's up? Sure. Is it a video? Huh? Yeah, but you can't play it on the microphone. It's nothing. Does it have sound?
It doesn't need sound.
Okay, it doesn't need sound. I'm definitely gonna need the sound because this is making no sense to me right now. I know. Sorry. Is Sora want to come back in? Was she barking at the door? Can you check for me? Hatch is at the door. Is Hatch looking at the dog out the door? Okay. We can check. We can. Okay. Thank you for sending it to me. I don't see her out there, so. Lots of little birds out there flying around right now. Is she laying down? Okay, she's okay then. Thought I'd double check just in case. Okay, give me 1 second. I will be right back. Then we'll keep going from there, see what else we can accomplish for the day. Okay. I moved the camera so we can find her. We can find her. There she is. She's just hanging out there. She probably won't last there very long though. Aw, thank you, Sunny.
Sunny_roof bet the assistant.
Oh no. There you go. Let me move it. Oh, because I didn't select. Oh, that's dumb. Okay, so now the petting should work if you need to do some more petting for Sunny. By the way, we are at 46% for our special treat for our assistant for Sora here. We've got 27 days left on this one. So we've got 13,922 points raised so far out of the 30,000 that we need. So yeah, we're getting there. We're almost halfway. Almost halfway. We've almost made it. Looks like we made it. Let me test the pet the assistant real quick. Did I break it? Wait, seriously, did I break it? Oh no. Oh no, there it goes. Hey, that's why. Oh, Dreamer. Hello, Dreamer. Thank you for contributing your points. We are definitely above 50% now. We are at 53%. Wow, look at that big jump in points. Yeah, you added 2,000. Very nice. You've been lurking a little bit in here. I see how it is. I gotta check to see if our maybe Pet the Assistant is behind? Oh no. Just popped into deliver points. Thank you. Appreciate it. Interesting. It's not redeeming. Oh, they're coming through
Tahoe
now.
Anime Pet the Assistant.
Wow, those are really delayed.
Tahoe Anime Pet the Assistant.
Lots of assistant pets going on here now. That's okay. She needs all the pets she can get. So it should be a lurk coming, redeemed lurk on there. Maybe at some point? I don't know. All right. So we got about 10 minutes left on the stream here. What else do we want to do? Oh, let's pop over. Let's go back to Canva for the moment. We'll get rid of Safari. We'll just straight close Safari. Close. Sweet. That worked out good for that graphic there. We need to go to week 51. This will be our post for the week. So let's get some of that set up. Duplicate these out. We've got a little time here. Let's see. Put that one there. Let's see. Do we remember which one came next? Was it the... I think it was this one. This one. This one. This one. Oops. Let's see, Book Fest, and then we had Snafu, Winter Wonderland, and then the last one we did was podcast and the Reno Public Market stuff. So I think we can fit a bunch of this in here. I'll have to find some pictures from each one to put on, but this will be kind of like our little year in review. I think I'm gonna build for this. If I can find one photo from each would be wonderful. Look back and find promo. Then release week. Here we go. Let's do. I might have to go snag a picture of that at some point. It's fine. Oh, you know what I have? Do this for the news. It also happened on this one as well. I might have a better one though. Oh yeah, I do. Breaking news. Okay, here we go. I did that. Let's see. Might have to make it its own. We'll have to see. Might have to shorten these down. Do this. Which one do I want? Let's do that one. Stickers, don't need that. Release day. Ooh, I gotta find some photos from our where is release week? Where is release day? So I'm looking through all of my old social media posts trying to find photos from that. Yes, that's tweet. Wow, week 21 is when I came back to start doing Twitch streams about all of this. That's crazy. I know I took photos from that event. I knew I did. Huh, weird. Not finding those. Okay. Okay. We still got a little bit of time. Maybe it's in my events. Aha. Maybe. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go dig, aren't I? I don't know how. I swear I had photos from the book release. Oh, I do have photos from it. Why did I not save them in here? That's week 16, so that should be May 8th. So I should be able to go find those photos in my photo gallery somewhere. It will pull them. Let's see if I can do it in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Months, years, let's go to 2025. Let's go to March, April, May. I found them. Okay, let's pull that one there. Let's do... Oh, that's the wrong thing. I pulled the wrong thing. Let's do this one. And let's do that one. Okay, yeah, got them all. Oh, I should be able to start building this one here. We have to break this up into several different... Look at that goober. Look at him signing books. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do is I'll pull a bunch of photos and put them into each of these frames. I definitely have to cut 6 seconds off though, because it's not going to work being 6 seconds. I found out 60 seconds is the max I can have for these videos, so I've got to make some cuts and some changes, reductions here to make it all work. So but we are 30 seconds out from our last break for the afternoon here. So let's go ahead and swap over to our... She's not there anymore. Our assistant cam, we'll look at... Oh, that's a much better picture. That's a much better video. I like that. Just out there being a dog. But yeah, we'll hold off right here. We'll watch Sora for a little bit for those 3 minutes, and then when we come back, we'll wrap up our stream and we'll be good for the day. So stick around, we'll be right back. Such a peaceful dog. A doogie. She's a good girl. I know I say that a lot, but god damn it. People, animals, they need praise when they're just being cool and awesome. Sunny, you're cool and you're awesome. I just want to let you know. Dreamer, you're cool and you're awesome too. Beautiful puppers, right? Y'all need appreciation, so I appreciate y'all. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that gives you a little something for the day. Puppers. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Wednesday's stream might be more of this kind of stuff. It depends. We've got a lot coming up. I've got a lot of things I would like to do. I would love to have on a guest at some point to talk to about books and things. So we'll see how that goes, but maybe on Wednesdays. Also talked about maybe moving Wednesday's streams to a different day, because that one's a weird one because it's short for the day. But I'll have to figure it out. We'll continue on with what we have at the moment, but yeah, might make some changes at some point here. Maybe we'll do 4-hour streams on Monday and Friday and make up for that time if we just kind of eliminate Wednesdays. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll do a special day where we just do some streams where more people, maybe later in the evening, so people can be around for it live. So I don't know. I have to figure it out later, in between events and doing other things. So but we'll get there. Love ya. See ya. Thanks, streamer. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Yeah. We are essentially done for the afternoon. Why did that do that? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, we will be back. I will be back on Wednesday for our next stream, working on all the things, announcing more events, doing all the stuff. We've got lots to work on, lots of website stuff to work on. We've got stream stuff to work on, advancements and tech and moving on. I was hoping my son was going to be around a little bit more this past 2 weeks, that maybe we could put together a cool like opening and closing for the beginning and end of these streams. But he was busy, so unfortunately we did not get to collaborate together on that. But maybe soon. Maybe we'll get together and work on something soon. So but other than that, I don't think anything else. I don't think I have anything else that's going on that I need to let everybody know about. Yeah. So, I hope you have a good rest of your week. Don't work too hard. Sunny, don't work too hard. Yeah. And I'll hopefully see you all on Wednesday. We'll go from there. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, if you have any questions that you would like me to answer on stream, but you can't be here live for the streams, feel free to reach out to me over at tahoeanime.com. There is a form at the bottom of the website that you can go to and fill out a questions you would like me to answer, and I will try my best to answer them on stream as best I can. That's a lot of as best as I can give you kind of stuff. So it's what I got. So, but yeah, hope you all have a good week. Thank you for coming by, Sunny. Thank you for coming by, Dreamer. I'll see you all on Wednesday. Bye, everybody.